Time doesn't care about your fear. It doesn't slow down because you're unsure. It doesn't pause while you think, hesitate, or wait for the perfect moment. Every second you delay, someone else is moving. Every minute you waste, an opportunity dies quietly. And one day, you wake up and realize the moment you were waiting for never comes. Time shows no mercy. So the question is simple. Will you rule it, or will it erase you? Time eyes a predator. Time is not neutral. Time does not wait. Time does not care about your plans, your dreams, or your excuses. It hunts the slow, the hesitant, the undecided. While you sit there thinking about what might go wrong, waiting for a moment that feels safe, life moves on without you. And the truth is, the world doesn't reward talent, it rewards action. The smart, the prepared, the skilled, they only win if they act. The world doesn't belong to those who wait. It belongs to those who move first, even imperfectly, because momentum is a weapon. Imagine two men with the same ability. One hesitates, calculating every risk, waiting for the stars to align. The other moves immediately, mistakes and all, and starts building an empire while the first man is still stuck in thought. Which one will history remember? Which one will look back in the night and say, I made something of my life? Time punishes the indecisive, and every tick of the clock is a reminder that the predator does not sleep. Time is patient, but it is relentless. It waits for no one. The man who hesitates is devoured quietly, swallowed by the hours he chose not to use. Opportunities are never fair. They do not knock twice for the timid. They appear once, silently, and are gone forever if you do not move. And once the moment passes, no amount of regret, no amount of wishing can bring it back. This is why you must understand, your enemy is not just circumstance. Your enemy is time itself. It is hunting you. And your choice is simple. Do you hunt alongside it, or do you become its prey? Every day you fail to act, the world moves on. Every decision you postpone, someone else is building what could have been yours. Time rewards no one for sitting still. Only the relentless, the brave, and the decisive survive and thrive. History is full of people who had skill, talent, and opportunity, but failed because they waited too long. The men who move, who seize, who risk it is they who are remembered. And the slow, forgotten and buried beneath the unyielding march of time. The predator does not distinguish between good intentions and action. It does not forgive hesitation. It does not pause for regret. It is silent, invisible, and merciless. And so you must ask yourself, will you act today? Will you move before it's too late? Because the predator is patient, but your chances are not. Your moment is here, but it will not last. Time is waiting, and it has already chosen its prey. Hesitation is self-betrayal. Hesitation is the quiet assassin of ambition. It creeps in disguised as wisdom, prudence, or careful planning. It whispers in your ear, not now. Wait, be patient. And in that whisper, your dreams begin to die. Every time you hesitate, you are betraying the person you could become. Every delayed decision is a vote against yourself. You tell the world, and most importantly yourself, that you are not ready, that you are not worthy, that you cannot act. And time believes you. Fear is a master of disguise. It hides behind logic, strategy, and reason. It says wait until the risk is smaller, until the path is clear, until you feel safe. But the truth is, life is never safe. The path is never clear, and there will never be a perfect moment. Waiting is not preparation. Waiting is surrender. It is telling the world that you are unwilling to fight for what you want, that you would rather let opportunity pass than risk failure. Self-betrayal comes quietly. You do not notice it at first. You think you are preparing. You think you are cautious. But slowly, imperceptibly, hesitation erodes your potential. Every moment you delay, you give away a piece of your future. And every time you doubt yourself, you strengthen the chains that hold you back. You are not competing with circumstances. You are competing with yourself. Every pause is a battle lost. History remembers the bold, the reckless, the decisive. The hesitant are forgotten. They fade into anonymity, while the men who dared, who risked, who acted, build empires from the ground up. The difference is not in talent. The difference is in movement. It is in action. It is in the refusal to wait for the world to hand you permission. Hesitation is not just a pause, it is betrayal. You betray your talent, your ambition, your dreams. You betray the person who believed you could rise above fear. And worst of all, you betray the one certainty in life, that time does not wait. Each tick of the clock is a reminder that hesitation costs more than you realize. If you want greatness, you must act even when fear tells you not to. You must move when the world says stop. You must risk, fail, and rise again. Because hesitation is self-betrayal. And time has no mercy for those who betray themselves. Pain, is temporary. Regret, is permanent. Pain is temporary. Pain is immediate. It burns in the muscles, aches in the bones, gnaws at the mind. Pain is honest. It tells you that you are alive, that you are trying, that you are moving. Pain is proof of action. Failure stings, setbacks hurt, sacrifice burns, but all of it passes. Time heals, wounds close, and even the deepest scars fade with movement. Pain is fleeting, but it is meaningful. Pain is the currency you pay for growth, for progress, for dominance. Regret, however, is permanent. Regret is silent. Regret does not announce itself with a shout. It creeps in during quiet moments, uninvited. It sits in the darkness of your room, in the silence of your mind, whispering the questions you never dared to ask yourself. What if? What could I have done? Why did I wait? Regret is the shadow of hesitation. It does not leave, it does not forgive. It reminds you every day of the chances you let slip, the opportunities you ignored, the risks you never took. And unlike pain, regret cannot be resolved by time or action. It grows in the absence of courage. Every second you delay, you trade temporary pain for permanent regret. Every minute you choose comfort over action, you are signing a contract with your future disappointment. People underestimate this truth because pain is visible and urgent. It demands attention. Regret is invisible and quiet. It waits for you until one day it overwhelms. That is why the most dangerous enemy is not failure, it is inaction. Failure hurts. Regret kills. Think of the men who never acted, who never dared. They are remembered not for their potential, but for the absence of it. Their dreams lie in ruins, unfulfilled. Their hearts are heavy with what they might have achieved. Meanwhile, the men who acted, who risked, who endured the pain, they walk through life with scars and bruises, but with a fire that regret could never extinguish. They are alive in the fullest sense because they dared to risk. Pain is temporary. It shapes you, sharpens you, teaches you. It is the forge of the soul. Regret is permanent. It corrodes you, weakens you, haunts you. Every choice you make today is a battle between these two forces. Will you endure the short-term burn of effort, of action, of risk? Or will you settle for the quiet, poisonous ache of what might have been? The answer determines who you become. Thomas Shelby understood this. He moved while others hesitated. He acted while the fearful stood still. He paid the price of pain, but he never allowed regret to claim him. The question is simple. Which will you choose? Pain today or regret forever? Move with intent. Not emotion. Action without intention is chaos. Motion without direction is wasted energy. Anyone can move. Anyone can act. But the man who dominates, the man who achieves, the man who earns respect and power, he moves with intent. Every step, every decision, every strike is calculated, deliberate, and purposeful. Emotions may burn hot, but they are unreliable. Fear clouds judgment. Anger blinds. Excitement misleads. To move with intent is to rise above the noise of your own feelings. Winners are not impulsive. They are deliberate. They act when necessary, but they never act blindly. They do not rush, but they never freeze. They understand that every moment wasted waiting for clarity is an opportunity stolen by someone else. Every pause, hesitation, or second guessing brings you closer to mediocrity. The man who moves with intent is relentless because he is anchored in vision, strategy, and purpose. Intent means focus. It means discipline. It means understanding what is worth your time and what is not. It is the difference between a life of chaos and a life of mastery. Thomas Shelby never acted out of panic or desire. He acted out of calculation, knowing exactly what each move would cost him and what it would gain. He understood that motion alone is meaningless unless it is aligned with purpose. The world rewards movement, yes, but it rewards effective movement. Those who act without thought are consumed by their own recklessness. Those who act without a strategy burn out, crash or fail. Intent is the compass that guides action. It separates the men who leave a mark from those who leave nothing. Every decision you make, every action you take, should be measured against your ultimate goal. If it does not serve your purpose, it is wasted energy. Moving with intent also requires restraint. Sometimes the strongest move is the one you do not make. Sometimes the sharpest strike is delayed until the timing is perfect. But once the moment comes, hesitation is not an option. Execute fully. Execute decisively. Execute with everything you have. Because time does not wait, and opportunity tolerates no indecision. In a world of distractions, of noise, of emotion, moving with intent is rare, and that rarity is power. Every day you act with purpose, you build momentum that others cannot match. Every day you master your emotions, you gain control over your destiny. Intent is the weapon, discipline is the armor, action is the battlefield. And Thomas Shelby knew this better than anyone. Victory does not come to those who are passionate. It comes to those who are deliberate, unshakable, and relentless. So today, stop moving for the sake of movement. Stop reacting to the chaos around you. Align yourself with your purpose. Focus on your goals and act with precision, intent, and ferocity. Move like a king. Move like Shelby. Move like time itself is watching, and it is. Conclusion time shows no mercy. It will pass whether you act or not. The only question is, when it's gone, will you have something to show for it? Stop waiting. Stop hesitating. Stop asking what if. Move. Because time is watching, and it never forgets who stood still.